Gentlemen, you received instructions in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch them up.
So Puerto Rico versus Thailand. Oscar Collazo versus knockout CP Freshmart. A combined 35-0 with 16 knockouts. Something has got to give.
Collazo looks in fantastic shape, muscular, ready to go. And CP Freshmart, man, I mean, he doesn't have the same muscle definition, but he looks slightly bigger in his upper body. Two strong fighters.
Collazo defending his title for the 4th time. CP Freshmart for the 13th time.
Incredible. Reigned over 8 years as a champion. That's special. He's a very good fighter. All heart, intensity. You can see the elbows a little wide though, so he is open through the middle. You see Collazo, very, very classy counter-puncher, as I said in the intro. So good clash of styles here.
And knockout CP Freshmart coming off that win over Alex Winwood back in September. That was his first fight in 2 years. I've just looked at the scores of that fight. You say, wow, he was in a close fight with a relative professional novice. Those scores did not indicate how that fight went. I thought knockout CP Freshmart won convincingly, and going to his opponent's home country, kind of lost some respect there.
By the way, knockout CP Freshmart is the favorite fighter of Corey Erdman, the DAZN announcer. Shout out to Corey.
Yeah, CP Freshmart's coming off of fighting a southpaw, so he should be familiar fighting a left-handed fighter right now, especially one that's a boxer, puncher, slick like Collazo. Old school type fighter is CP Freshmart. Fights real relaxed. He's never in a hurry. Good upper body movement, always real fluid. He punches and dips, so it's hard to catch him standing up.
Just watching this battle for the front foot, as you usually get, southpaw versus orthodox, and CP Freshmart just happy to fire the jab through the middle of the stance of Collazo, not any desire to get on the outside.
Collazo scoring a 12-round unanimous decision win over Gerardo Zapata in June of this year. And he was the much smaller fighter in that bout, Sergio.
Yeah, and
Today's the bigger guy.
No, and he got rocked with that fight with Zapata. You know, pulling out. He got hit on the way out. Almost got dropped really bad in that fight. Was able to pull through and showed resilience. But he can't be pulling out with his chin exposed like that, especially with a winging fighter like CP Freshmart. You know, he'll time you. He has that patient look on his face. He's always looking for a big punch.
And watching CP Freshmart's fights, where he's most dangerous to me is on those counter punches. If you overextend, you get a little too reckless with him, he will make you pay.
And he's quick on the trigger as far as, and it's not really with speed, it's with timing. You know, he does real quietly. He's a sly puncher. Even his face, he has like a poker face, no emotion. Guys like that you can't get comfortable with.
Top of the belt.
One half of our co-main event, Arnold Barboza Jr. Boy, has he wanted this fight for years. He's been chomping at the bit to get a shot at Ramirez, and he gets his chance tonight. Speaking of whom, Sergio, there he is. He's the favorite tonight.
He's the favorite. I would think he's a slight favorite as well. But stylistically, this is going to be a really good matchup because we got a guy that's really aggressive, especially if he gets you against the ropes, and you got a guy that's really good on his feet who likes to keep the fight in the middle of the ring in Barboza. So who's going to be the one that's actually going to dominate, the physical fighter or the fleet-footed, more boxer in Barboza?
That's our co-main event still to come tonight. Right now, our third fight of the night. And it's for the unified minimum weight championship of the world.
Cagey opening round, both taking a look at one another. Neither really getting in a variation with the lead hand, the jab, but more of a livelier start here, trying to Get some dominance behind that lead hand.
Collazo was originally scheduled to face Wilfredo Mendez, the former world champion, here tonight, but Mendez suffered a back injury in training, so in steps CP Freshmark.
Collazo, I love the work to the body. That straight left hand. Landed a nice left hook to the body as well. Changing the levels really, really nicely with the shots.
Yeah, Collazo's been the more active fighter. This is his third fight of 2024, but we mentioned that fight in September for CP Freshmark. He took about a week off, got right back into the gym, so he's as sharp as he can be coming into this one.
Yeah, he didn't have to feint a little bit more, Collazo, with foot feints and jab to the body like that, because CP Freshmark's really good with that one punch, timing you pulling out like that. He doesn't really punch in combinations. He looks for that one shot. So Collazo should be smart and trying to bait him out and try to get him, to show his cards, and you can counter him.
CP Freshmark, the longest reigning world champion in boxing today.
Yeah, and his difficulties securing a fight over the last couple of years didn't really have a lot to do with his desire to fight. He was caught up in some of the boxing politics. He had a title defense scheduled against Eric Rosas that was delayed multiple times and kept him out of the ring until later this year.
I think both need to do a bit more with the non-punching activity, more feints with the hands, with the feet, try and draw out that lead from one another. Both natural counter punches, and that's why it's coming a bit of a cagey matchup at the minute.
A fight like this, every punch really matters, doesn't it? Not a lot of scoring blows from either fighter so far.
Stop with the belt. Time.
Black Friday has come early. Get the heaviest hitting deal of the year with 30 to 50% off all DAZN plans in the UK and the US. New customers only. Offer ends November 29th.
Inteligente, ¿cómo te sientes? No te bajes, no te puedes meter porque él coge la distancia de él, un guantete grande que la distancia, tú eres más alto que él. Está jugando bonito, ¿ok? Usa las manos largas. Y no me abandones el jab, voy a dar un palo, no olvides de eso. Sí. Inteligente, ¿ok? La clave es el jab. Bien, y para la mano del jab. Oblígalo, mira a ver que le está cometiendo errores, está tirando, está quedando fuera de balance, le pasaste, lo metiste, después de nuevo. Con calma, bien.
Round 3 scheduled for 12, waiting for this to heat up a little bit, but as Darren mentioned, both men prefer to counterpunch, which leads to some lulls in the action.
Yeah, I did like the work to the body though from Collazo, changing up the angle of the shots. Just like to see both just be a little busier. Don't have to be reckless, letting 5 and 6 shots go, but you can be busy with the 2s and the 3s.
There's a right hand on the way in from Collazo, cut Freshmark off at the pass.
Yeah, Collazo's been trying to time him with that check hook. CP Freshmark actually, if he is going to throw that lead right hand, he should dip under that hook, then he'll have an advantage on Collazo if he misses. And that's the type of fight this is going to be, where you can't catch the other person's opponent punches because they're still going to be balanced. You got to make them miss, and that way they can fall off balance a little bit, and you can start your offense from there.
Only 4 landed punches in round 2 for Freshmark.
And I think Collazo, among other things, done a pretty good job of keeping this fight at a distance. You can tell that CP Freshmart's looking to land some kind of big counter shot. But right now, I like the patience of Oscar Collazo.
Yeah, he's controlling the pace of this and the distance a little better than CP Freshmart.
Yeah, and picking the right shots too. You know, he's not just throwing combinations, to get countered. He's throwing the right shots, twos and fews, the jab, body shot here and there. That left hand to the body right there is really good. He's been doing that since first round.
It's the variation again. Work.
That was well said, Taco Belmora.
Oh, I knew it was coming. It only took you 2 rounds to think of one. What's Darren's name, by the way?
I'm in the firing line now.
Fish and chips.
That's how we got.
Freshmart trying to come forward a little bit now. Each man trying to bait the other to throw first so they can counter. There's a countering blow there from Collazo.
I like to see him throw that left to the body. Move to his right. Look for that left uppercut through the middle. Look at the elbows. See from Freshmart, they're wide. He's open to the uppercut.
Sergio, what would you do in a fight when your opponent's basically trying to make you throw first, but you're trying to make him throw first?
I'll point the hell out of him. Just keep foot fading, keep upper body feinting him. Have patience enough to get him to bite. It's just going to be a stalling out. You got to wait him out.
Good right hand there from Collazo.
Dạ. Mỉm ạ. Huống. Ice. Hãy kênh ngon nhầm. Đây cho bạn đây. Đây đó. Hãy kênh ngon ạ. Làm đây cha.
Both evenly matched, but that left hand right there, I love that left hand because then that opens up something else. Fighters don't like getting stabbed down there to the body, especially with a minimum weight where they're so compact, so small, they don't have much of a target. But if you bend your knees, make yourself even smaller, you actually become less of a target, but it opens up the hooks around the guard. Good stuff by Collazo to actually figure that out right now. He was looping his shots, now he's coming under the bottom.
And you're absolutely right with the feints. Saying you feint the life out of it. That's exactly what you got to do. And I can't stress the importance of feinting. It's unlocking, it's finding openings. When you're in a fight like this, that could be the difference.
And if you notice, Collazo's he's been doing this since the first round. But look, in every little, before he starts the combination, notice his lead right leg.
Oh, there's a nice right hand followed by a left.
Body shot there by CP Freshmart.
Maybe starting to build a little momentum. Collazo.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chris, as well. He's managing the fight well, isn't he, Collazo?
It's something he talked about with us this week about needing to show poise, maturity in a fight like this. He knows he's giving up a big advantage in experience. He's not getting away from himself here. He's taking what CP Freshmart is giving him, and he's having success. Not the flashiest fight so far, but it's certainly one that I think Oscar Collazo is winning.
Believe it or not, Collazo's first love growing up was baseball. He was a diehard Yankees fan. Starting to figure out, hey, I'm 5'1", 105 pounds. Probably not going to work out for me to be an MLB player. Switched to boxing, and he's found a lot of success, obviously.
And he's received the stamp of approval from Miguel Cotto, who is his co-promoter, is here in Riyadh for this fight week. When I asked Miguel what he liked about Oscar Collazo, he said everything. So he's the complete package.
He's eating a lot of body shots, though.
Yeah, he's invested in the body now, CP Freshmart. They like the corner. They like the work to the body, the corner of Freshmart.
They love to yell, yeah, when he hits a shot. I've never heard that before. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I've been hearing it.
Mexico, it's the ole, right?
Short little counter shot. Look at that short little right hand that CP Freshmart throws anytime that Collazo throws something downstairs. It's a short little right hand. Doesn't pull it back.
The man making those noises, the trainer of CP Freshmart, former WBC flyweight champion. Sakakul also started as a Muay Thai fighter. He actually lost his title to Manny Pacquiao when he was knocked down in the 8th round of their bout. He was winning the fight on all scorecards.
This fight's heating up. Both these fighters now.
Yeah, we've got Nick Pope, goalkeeper for Newcastle and England in attendance. Yeah, Harvey Barnes as well, terrific midfielder, very good player. Like I say, got some talented players, but underachieving. Joe Willock as well, another exceptional talent. And there's the governor, Eddie Howe, one of the brightest young managers, if you still want to call him young, in the UK. But underachieving, I will say that. But that's me being a Chelsea fan.
How's Chelsea doing?
Yeah, sitting third in the table.
Who's going to be sitting #1 in the WBA in the minimum weight category? The WBA champ, knockout CP Freshmart. The WBO minimum weight champion, Oscar Collazo. Collazo said his dream was to be in the Olympics, but there was talk about the minimum weight class being cut out completely, so he's decided, forget amateur boxing, I'm a turn pro.
Oh, good work. There's that uppercut. He followed it, didn't he, with a hook. It was after a hook. The arms went even wider to defend that right hook. That left uppercut was a peach.
Let's take a look at Chris Mannix's scorecard through 4 full rounds.
Yeah, I've got it 4 rounds to none in favor of Oscar Collazo. I think they've been pretty easy round to score up until this point. I think the last couple of rounds you have seen knockout CP Freshmart invest more in the body, have some success there, but he's just been overwhelmed statistically by the punch output of Oscar Collazo. So a very, very smart, very solid fight so far for Oscar Collazo. You know, I can see what knockout CP Freshmart is trying to do in terms of investing to the body. He's hoping that will pay off in the later rounds, but he can't dig himself too big a hole and just sort of count on a knockout to win this fight.
Sounds like Serena Williams playing tennis next door. The constant noise making from the trainer, Sakakul, who said he's found his love for boxing again. Said when he fought, he didn't really love the sport. He just did it because he was good at it. But he loves being a teacher, and he's regained the love for the sweet science training knockout CP Freshmart.
They're starting to open up now, both exchanging. I think the speed lies with Collazo here. He's getting the last say of the argument.
Yeah, foot speed has been the difference, I think, with Collazo.
Oh, and left just missed. That was set up perfect for Collazo.
CP Freshmart has flat feet. That's where he generates a lot of his strength, but he's not a power puncher. He's a strong puncher, but you know his record doesn't indicate that he's a power puncher or stops you or anything like that. But you do get respect.
Yeah, if you look at some of his knockouts, Sergio, a lot of them come off those counter punches when he catches you coming in, overextending, and he clips you with one of those shots. He's not going to come forward and land that one big punch.
No, when I was studying him, he's a sneaky counter puncher, and it seems like he just wins his shots and he's doing it sloppy in a sloppy manner, trying to get you to pull out. But he times you. He has really good timing, and he's patient with it.
Good round here for Oscar Collazo.
Atrás no sabe caminar.
Hey, no me camines para acá nada, siempre para acá.
Con la
¿viste?
mano
Que lo
ya,
sacaste.
¿viste?
Bonito.
Mira.
Mira,
aire.
está muerto.
Está muerto.
Está muerto. Hey, hey, no vamos.
Calma.
Hey, un poquito más de presión. Un poquito más de
Inteligente,
presión, vivo.
inteligente.
Mira, jugar, eres. Vamos a montarle la de nosotros ahora. Mira, aquí te vamos a hacer. Pero vivo.
Los golpes con velocidad.
Yeah, some really good work inside the variation. That one a little low, but that left uppercut was a peach.
You could see the knees buckled right there. He threw away 2 shots. There's the shot he's been throwing the entire time. Throws away that right hook and boom, right on the tip of the chin. Knees buckled. You could see right there. The look in his glossy eyes right there.
Yeah, Sergio, no longer say boom. We need you to say it. During replays. Can you do that?
I'll try.
All right.
I'm going to be hearing that all night, by the way.
Well, if CP Freshmark can pick up the pace, you'll be hearing it more. But it seems like things are going rather well with the Puerto Rican.
It's such a smart fight being fought by Oscar Collazo because, look, he wants to look spectacular here. He wants to get a devastating knockout on a stage like this. And, look, he's going to get that opportunity, I think. If CP Freshmark falls too far behind, he's going to have to change up his game plan and get desperate. That's where Oscar Collazo can take advantage.
And keep in mind, CP Freshmark is 34 years old, 7 years older than Collazo, who's 27, as we look at our jabber stats.
Look at that. You look at the high impact punches landed, 22-2. The accuracy far greater for Oscar Collazo. He has been in complete control from the opening bell.
He needs to be a little careful when he throws the right to the body, CP Freshmark. He's just wide open to that left hook to the head of Collazo.
Man, best punch of the fight.
That shook up Collazo. Those are the sneaky punches that I'm talking about. He just swings those shots. He waits. He's very patient, but he's very dangerous with those punches. One of these small veterans that you could never be relaxed with.
And now Collazo trying to bully Freshmark back. Good uppercut, straight left.
Ahí, vamos, vuelve. Ahí, vuelve. Ahí, vuelve. Ahí, por abajo. Engancha solo. Ahí, engancha solo, duro. Eso, vamos, pégale, vuelve, pégale. Ahí.
Now the Puerto Rican corner is yelling "Ahí" when Collazo lands.
Good work. 2 hooks to the body, fired up the uppercut. And again.
You can see the body language on CP Freshmark is really starting to change over the course of this round. Kind of a bit of a defeated look on his face right now.
Just froze him in his tracks there too.
Defeated, but he's still slinging that right hand.
We talked about the body work of CP Freshmark. I think the Collazo body work has been excellent this fight.
It really has. I think that's been slowing him down the last 2 rounds as well. Perfectly timed, right on the chin. That right there dropped him, man. He's not hurt, but that dropped him, that shook him. That's right under him.
Can Collazo be the first man to beat knockout CP Freshmark? 20 seconds to go here in round 6.
Huge right hook from Collazo. He still looks unsteady, CP Freshmark.
Legs aren't under him.
He's still throwing power punches. Might not be the wisest decision.
Look at this right hook, well timed, right on the tip of the chin. Shots like that normally knock you out, but he didn't really land it cleanly. It kind of went too much of the cheek instead of the chin right there. A little bit more south of the chin. That would have been a knockout punch right there.
Yeah, fantastic shot. They say, don't they, the first thing that goes from a fighter is the punch resistance. And at 34 years old, he's just taken a thunderous right hook and down he goes.
So a fight that took a while to get heated up has just caught fire, at least for Oscar Collazo, with a chance to get his 8th KO win here in 11 fights. Can CP Freshmart survive? Never faced this kind of adversity before.
You know, I'm starting to get some of the vibes of a fight we called a couple of years ago with Bam Rodriguez against another Thai fighter, Srisakat Sorungpasai, where Bam was just overwhelming with his pressure and eventually got to Sorungpasai, another older fighter. Feels a lot like we're getting tonight from Oscar Collazo.
He's doing some real damage with that right hook.
Yeah, man, he's slinging that right hook now.
He doesn't look good at all. CP Freshmart, every time he gets touched, he's backing up just like this, as you see our jabbers stand.
It was the exact same right hook. This time he caught him solid on top of the temple. Man, this is a tough fighter right now. Those are 2 clean shots. He gets up, the look in his eye is still there.
Oscar Collazo looking to become a unified minimum weight champion.
I tell you, I still love that Collazo is keeping this discipline up. He's still fighting behind the jab, keeping those hands up. He knows that CP Freshmart is still dangerous in these exchanges.
Yeah, no need to be reckless here. He knows he can hurt CP Freshmart. What a huge win this would be.
Oscar Collazo is now the WBO and WBA middleweight champion of the world.
That was a statement knockout.
Massive.
El Pupilo, or KO Yasso, is what he wants to be known as. Oscar Collazo, the unified champion.
And there was some gasolina poured into the ring the last 2 rounds as Collazo came to life and put him away.
Huge statement, massive win. And he talked about being the star of these smaller guys. Well, with a performance like that, the manner in which he dispatched CP Freshmart, you can make a real case for him being a big star in this division.
I mean, I love seeing these plans come to fruition. He told us exactly what he wanted to do when we spoke to him, and he did just that, to knock out an undefeated champion who's never been stopped, never been hurt. I mean, it's incredible. It really is incredible.
So Oscar Collazo, 11-0, 8 knockouts, and under the guidance of Miguel Cotto, the sky is the limit. He's got the ring title as well. And we've just witnessed our first knockout of the night. As Collazo, making the 4th defense of his WBO minimum weight title, gets his 8th KO.
But it's all about the desire to want to watch someone again, for them to become a star. And with a victory like that, I can't wait to see this guy fight again. I mean, in only his 11th contest, look at these shots. That right hook, so damaging. He still hadn't recovered from the previous round. Take a look at the shot again. Again, we're seeing more variation. He wasn't just looking for that one shot, and then drops to the body. Looking for that uppercut again. He's trying his absolute best, Freshmart, to survive here, but that right hook, he just couldn't see it come around the peripheral vision of Freshmart, and the eyes look glazed, Sergio.
Man, it's such a well-timed shot. I mean, that left hook went a little low, but just to set up that uppercut right there, just every punch in the book, dissected him perfectly and patiently. I mean, that's a dangerous young fighter right there in Oscar Collazo. Every punch in the book displayed right there in that sequence.
Yeah, shades of. I heard the word mentioned, or the name mentioned, Bam. The way he landed that uppercut, the way he threw the uppercut, shades of Bam Rodriguez. What a fighter this young man is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming your way, Saturday, December the 7th, Liam Paro returns to Puerto Rico to make the first defense of his IBF 140-pound title against Richardson Hitchens, live on DAZN, the home of big-time boxing. So the torch has officially been passed as the longest reigning minimum weight champion in history is dethroned by Oscar Collazo. Thomas Triber makes it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute 29 seconds of round number 7. El tiempo, 1 minuto 29 segundos. El asalto número 7. Your winner by way of technical knockout. El ganador por knockout técnico. And now, the Ring Magazine and both WBO and WBA minimum weight unified champion of the world, Oscar El Pupilo Collazo.
So it's fiesta time in Puerto Rico as Oscar Collazo remains undefeated and is now unified.